Well, I'm sorry to say that we weren't really surprised about today's decision. I was even hinting at it yesterday. When I met the former president, I said, don't build up your hopes, and he was stoical. And the reason why I said that was because, you know, the court is at the present moment in time in existential crisis, what with the threat of sanctions from the United States. It's got a chief prosecutor who's currently embattled and embroiled in allegations of sexual misconduct. He's trying to fight his way back to this court, and half his own office don't want him back here. And what would the practical effect of this decision today have been if it had gone our way? Essentially, it would have voided the court's docket. There would have been nothing left for this court to do, apart from the case of some insignificant human trafficker from Libya. The former president of the Philippines, Rodrigo Duterte, is the big catch of this court, and it was never really my impression that they would let him go that easily. Of course, we also have the confirmation decision coming up in the next few days. Once again, I'm looking forward to the future. We hope that all the weaknesses that we identified at confirmation will be the very same weaknesses that lead ultimately to the former president's acquittal, and that he will return home soon to the Philippines, where he is so loved by all of you.
Yes. Attorney Nick, so is the former president already made aware of the decision of the appeals chamber?
I'm about to go and tell him now.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will see him tomorrow with the decision. Although I'm not so sure that he will take too much interest in it. It's hard for him to concentrate these days. Don't forget, he's an elderly gentleman. He's 81 years old. You celebrated his birthday so fantastically with such a show of love and flowers.
Do you think the confirmation of charges will happen before Tuesday?
Well, it could very well. Yes, it could very well happen in the very, very near future, even tomorrow, now that jurisdiction has been settled. And I say jurisdiction has been settled because that's the end of the road as far as the appeal is concerned.
Attorney Kaufman, did you expect that the appeals chamber would junk all four grounds that you have laid out?
They didn't junk all four grounds. There was a judge who sided with us, so it was predictable what was going to happen.
But he was outvoted.
Well, yes, I bet that's the way the thing goes, isn't it? You know, 4-1. All right, and they didn't junk all grounds. They chose not to deal with one of the grounds of appeal, which was actually the strongest ground of appeal. And then the most bizarre aspect of the pre-trial chamber's decision, in our opinion. So another thing is a junk. It's like a kind of slang that I'm not accustomed to use. The defense makes arguments on appeal, and the court chooses to disregard them or to reject.
And
okay,
how does this kind of how does this kind of decision affect your optimism with regard to the decision for the confirmation of charges?
Well, I think if there's one thing you know about attorney Nick Kaufman, is that I'm a very optimistic guy. Yes. And as I said, we made many persuasive arguments at confirmation. I believe that at the end of the day, the arguments that we made at confirmation